What did Jesus mean by many are called, but few are chosen? Jesus's parable of the wedding feast does just that. The feast. This parable is, like the others, about the kingdom of heaven, Matt 22:2. It tells the story of a king who gave a wedding feast for his son, Matt 22:2. The wedding feast has widespread significance in the Bible. Ultimately, it is the day when God will gather all his redeemed and they will enjoy his presence in complete holiness and joy. By the king's order, banquet invitations go out. The king's servants are sent to call those who were invited to the wedding feast, but they would not come, Matt 22:3. They offer a host of excuses and mistreat the servants, so the king punishes them, Matt 22:5-7. The king then dispatches his servants, "Go therefore to the main roads and invite to the wedding feast as many as you find," Matt 22:9. Jesus is describing here the offer of the gospel, first to the Jews and then to the Gentiles. The Jewish nation had decisively rejected the offer God made to them through his prophets. For that rejection, Jesus announces the judgment God will bring: the Roman army's destruction of Jerusalem in AD 70. But in God's providence, that rejection is the occasion of the gospel being extended to Gentiles. The result is that the wedding hall was filled with guests, Matt 22:10. But then something unexpected happens. The king joins his guests and discovers a man who had no wedding garment, Matt 22:12. The man can give no reason why he has no garment. In an act of eschatological judgment, the king orders his attendants to bind the man hand and foot and cast him into the outer darkness. In that place there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth, Matt 22:13. Jesus ends his story by pronouncing the aphorism that summarizes the parable's meaning: "For many are called, but few are chosen," Matt 22:14. The called. To understand this pithy closing statement is to understand the parable as a whole. What does Jesus mean by "for many are called, but few are chosen"? To answer, we must understand what Jesus means here by call and choose. The word call runs through the parable. In the Greek text, the servants are said to call those who had been called to the feast, Matt 22:3. The Jewish invitees are the called ones, cf. Matt 22:4a. The servants are then commanded to call the Gentiles, 22:9. The word translated called in verse 14 belongs to the same word family as that translated called in verses 3, 4, 8, and 9. The chosen. Who are they who sincerely respond to the call and receive Christ in faith? Jesus calls them the chosen, or, as the Greek word may be translated, the elect. These are all whom the Father has chosen in Christ from before the foundation of the world to be holy and blameless in his sight, F1:4. Only these chosen ones will constitute the company of the redeemed when Christ returns in glory. God's eternal choice ensures they will respond sincerely to the call. Since the New Testament elsewhere joins calling with election, see 2 Tim 1:9, Rom 8:30, what does Jesus mean when he says there are some who are called but not chosen?